man in her life. She sent for Mr. Tweet nice, you hear? Ah boy, she want to feel nice, so she sent for Mr. Tweet, alright. What me say? Mr. Tweet nice, they are for the girl day. Tweet nice already and she come back again. Mr. Tweet nice, they are for the girl day. Tweet nice already and she come back again. Kiss her on her lips and she started to float. The way she feel like she start to climb smoke. She start get wild and grab on for me choke. She start feel I like man when take coke. But see a girl but wait you not loud. She say I miss she love and she start take out. So what happened to your man and she said that they out. I yesterday me go a station go report. Go tell the police me I carry him go a court. Cause him can't make love him uncle make joke. She say me want a man who no rough and coast. She want a man to move her from pillar to post. And she want a man in her life. A man who make she feel nice. You hear?
First class every time.
She want me feel nice. So she said me is a tweet alright. What me say?
Something in my heart says this isn't right. Causing me to worry day and night. You say that you love me, this I have heard.
And
Don't you know that actions speak louder than words? Second class, don't give me no second class love.
what you want?
Whatever you're doing is not good enough.
To make sure you're punch out.
Glass, it cuts like a knife. If you don't want me, just get out of my life, out of my life, out of my life.
Oh, and them on the serious type of loving. Hugging and kissing and no mention caressing when me sing. Girls request the decent type of loving. Hugging and kissing and no mention. Watch this. When no
All right, guys, we wanted to apologize for our YouTube live that went down a little bit earlier, but it's back up right now. You can go on, of course, and search for E-Zone, March 7, 2024, on Nationwide 90 FM Space Live. All right, that's Nationwide 90 FM Space Live. We're using our backup page, so welcome back. And when you're back, please share the show. All right, we'll get into our topic in a bit. All right.
Second
Talking about mine.
class.
On the road things every time. I'm gonna flex those girlfriends. But anyway, what about you want to do? I mean, no stop love how the girl them flex. The hard clothes I make a next girl flex. Me no stop love how the woman them a flex. No stop live big and make a next girl. It's like giant food party and the one name and conference them have a name in a see young pan. Talk about say them a love how you dance. You not follow them keep no one bag a man. But no pay them no mind me child make them run. Can't knock your body them can't do you no harm. Them can't waste it past them to a mountain. Touch them down you chew you in a damn farm. Them a call up your name tap your wind down. Anytime you see them you feel kick up and talk about you no stop love how the girl them flex. The hard clothes are make a next girl
And like here and wait like when they don't care. How me and my son start look good. And it's like this. I'll buy you one time man, cause him can't take back when down did give you. Post for you one time man, you find a good man. And you know, him a take care of you, you have your bed. Hand in the ear, shout it out you expensive and there you look sweet. Soon turn the wife, ball it out you and step up in a life, hold up your hand. Bounce and go round, make sure him see you and hold him head down, him surprised. Can't believe on you, sweet look at him, they can't you down to so yeah. Model for you one time man, cause him can't take back when down they give you. Post for you one time man, you find a good man. And you know, him a take care of you. Him used to tell him friend them, oh you a riff raff. Have you in a house like say you a house rat. One strong and female.
Listen to me now. Stand down here. Hello, please. Jesus, but nervous. Tell me now. What you saying?
What you
You
say
say-
indeed. You
Yes,
understand?
yes,
Big up
yes,
to
yes,
Angela
yes.
Greaves, who says, Honey B, you got the memo today. I did, boo. I did. I'm wearing my yellow shirt to match my yellow microphone cover. And she said she likes your shirt, Kareem.
Thank you.
Very nice. I was wondering where you going to find another blue shirt. Because you know, I've no
Yeah,
clothes on, so.
true. I can't wear my JC uniform tomorrow. Yeah, son.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
God.
our topic of the day is generally, what's your go-to remedy for pain? Yeah, and as per usual, we ask on social media. But in the meantime, you can also send us your voice notes to 876-280-6629. Now, the first comment that I'm seeing here on Instagram at Nationwide 90 FM
Yes.
is snake venom in rum.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
well,
my gosh.
First round.
You must grow it for your granny.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Would it have like a centipede in a rum or so, but snake venom?
Centipede and the scorpion
Yeah, man,
and the
them
pimento leaf seeds and things like that. Yeah.
Pimento leaves more than seeds.
This next comment here is what bun for bun equal no pain. Excuse me, what?
What?
What? I'm sorry?
What?
Bun for bun equal no pain.
I mean, I rang you. That is a good comment. It is true.
Okay. All right.
That's how you eliminate pain. You see, when you get some pain,
Give some bun.
just give some bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I concur with that wholeheartedly.
Daily reminder say woman wicked, yeah?
Megan's _bag _world says tea. Come on, think about Jamaicans.
We're gonna drink
We're gonna
that.
drink some tea for some pain. If you don't know where the pain I come from, and it's not no gas, them are gonna say mix jar like a tea.
Yeah, like I was telling you that earlier, I was feeling a bit of pain in my face.
Yeah.
From my sinus.
Yeah.
And we took me to
Tea?
make some tea. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the tea, you know. Yeah,
I'm doing a tea.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm British and I'm also Japanese.
Right.
It's like
Yeah,
I'm a
you're
big tea
right.
lady, mate.
Oh, right. I can just imagine. Tammy Island Girl says, the blood of Jesus and bind it up. Okay.
That is it.
So when I feel some pain, just say the blood of Jesus, I bind up the pain,
Yeah.
I need
you have to use the energy.
yeah, blood of Jesus.
Energy
Yeah.
baby.
Kids up the Bible. Right, next one here, Panasonic Extra Strength. This Panasonic Extra Strength.
And I must put that in there.
Panadol, but
Oh, Panadol. Because the person says Panasonic, so the entire time I'm here wondering, like, what is Panasonic? Like, is that like something from back in the day?
Panasonic was that old software hardware.
I feel like I must Panada. I must from Prepo.
I must Panadol.
But me not know everything, so I
Right.
probably something too.
Maybe I want old time.
Panasonic was
Yeah.
electronics people, but that's funny.
Okay. Debbie.
What is that, IG?
Yes, it's IG for sure. Someone says, rub up with a suspicious liquid mummy have in our flask. Listen to me, anything you see in our flask,
Yeah.
it work.
For sure.
You know for ask.
You know what too? Never mind.
What? No man, say it, man.
No,
say
it's
it.
talking about flask. One thing that you can do to have in your house as a remedy is get a flask of rum
Yeah.
and marijuana and just have that there
Oh, no.
steeping
Yeah.
for just like years.
Yeah.
Very potent, very good.
Yeah.
If you want to absolutely lose your mind and just like never do anything productive ever again, I'm kidding. Continue.
Okay.
I know it's good for colds though.
No money good for true though. On a serious note,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good, yeah.
Okay, so let's switch gears over to X. I'm seeing here Nardia Hall says natural remedy for pain and inflammation, turmeric and ginger. That is so true.
Yes.
Turmeric and ginger, don't put no sugar in it. Yeah, son. Look at turmeric and ginger tea. That fixes almost every single thing.
Fixes everything.
But nah, ask Christ.
Even a heartbreak?
Even a heartbreak. Yes, man. Yeah. You can put back your eye, art together. So, Sincerely Wazana says, ignore it. LOL.
Unless that.
Then she says, well, if it's my back pain, then volume. Cramps, I just ignore it most times. If it becomes severe, I will take an Advil liquid gel. Headaches, I ignore. If it persists, then tea or sleep. Yeah. Okay. And Floodify says, the first thing I reach for is Panadol Extra Strength, followed by sleep. I call that a hard reset.
Man.
Extra strength followed by yes, that is actually a hard research.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
That definitely
Sleep
works.
is really one that I find helps in a lot of ways.
What do you mean? Nowadays, if something to me,
You just
if
go
I feel
sleep.
down, I just go sleep.
Take a
Nutella.
nap. Take a nappy nap.
Reset.
I'm going to take a nap
That
right
is it.
now.
Let's dive on over to would you look at the time?
Dive on over to Nora.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Global Minute, guys.
Come on, sugar darling, let's get intimate.
Woman, I want to get close.
Hey.
Watch me a cozy, in a me jacuzzi. Me a meet a met girl named Beverly. Facial manicure, pedicure ready. Bumper she up and a bumper ready. Watch your romance all on me body.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
4 o'clock.
The Global Minute, the latest headlines from around the world.
Good afternoon. I'm Norige Banton with the Global Minute. President Joe Biden is to announce that the U.S. military will construct a port in Gaza to get more humanitarian aid into the territory by sea, senior U.S. officials say. The temporary port will increase the amount of humanitarian assistance to Palestinians by hundreds of additional truckloads per day. Gangs pushing for the oust of Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry have been setting fire to police stations in the capital Port-au-Prince. The police station located in the busy Solomon Market is the latest to be targeted, according to local media. And more than 100 Nigerian students have been abducted in the northwestern town of Kuriga. Witnesses say the pupils were in the assembly ground when dozens of gunmen on motorcycles rode through the school, one witness said. The students between the ages of 8 and 15 were taken away along with a teacher. That's the Global Minute. I'm Nora Gay Banton. Stay tuned for major news at 5.
Owner of herbs and spices company Paradise Blends, Romeo Mitchell, started his business in 2018 with one employee. After being introduced to the Social Development Commission's Local Economic Development Support Program, he received support in financial literacy, bookkeeping, project proposal writing, business plan development, and business registration.
I got 2 grants from SDC, and the first grant I would have used it to purchase raw materials and to make my retractable banner that I use to advertise my business. And the second one, I will be using it to design and print my labels.
Mr. Mitchell now has 4 employees and is steadily expanding his business.
Through the SDC, I have seen growth, and I will continue to grow with the help of the SDC.
The Social Development Commission, an agency of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, promoting the advancement of sport, social, cultural, and economic development.
On my mind this morning.
On my mind this morning.
On my mind this morning.
This year, Nationwide This Morning will be sharing the microphone and space with opinion leaders, newsmakers, and society's movers and shakers. Join us weekday mornings at 6:30 for What's on My Mind, where we'll feature several commentators focusing on issues affecting Jamaicans and our beloved country. We'll amplify what matters to you: politics, the economy, crime and security, gender, culture, entertainment, and everything in between. Tune in to Ricardo, Tana, and Saeed and our new commentators every weekday morning at 6:30 for What's on My Mind. Only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
It's undeniable that we should be together.
The true beauty of music is that it connects people. It carries a message. It speaks to you. It changes you. And that's exactly what we do just for you every Sunday as we take you to Urban Paradise, 9:10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Urban Paradise is our weekly musical journey that will serve up 110 glorious minutes of positive storytelling through music, mixed in with inspirational features to provoke thought and to heal the soul.
Like a dream come true, just wanna be with you.
So join me, Diane Ashton Smith, this and every Sunday, 9:10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. Urban Paradise, opening our hearts, connecting to others.
When was the last time you had a meaningful conversation on social media? The Twitter conversations are out of this world, which makes the term Twitter Spaces fitting. Get access to our Twitter Spaces. Get access to over 160,000 followers. Get live streaming on our airwaves and so much more. Businesses, this is your chance to get a direct customer engagement, brand visibility, networking, provide announcements from your company, and more. For more information, contact our sales team at 876-630-1210 or email sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Listen and engage in meaningful conversations only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
I'm tired of using technology.
Them out for them out, me at come out and I go like she a kiss me neck she in and she keep rock. Wifey a winner, big sprinter stay up. You the man request me, can't take your lover. It a get loving, around a kitchen. Wife honeymoon, she take the plane and go foreign. Mate not ready, tell everybody. She a get the love, but you get the money. Wife exquisite, everything you have it. No worry, who no sell cause everything legit. Yeah. So when wifey come out, them bush to the bone. Them no worry about man cause them have to them out. Me a she come out, and I go like she a kiss me. Next thing I can see
Excess amount of loving, excess amount of care, excess amount of feeling is all I wanna share with you. Excess amount of passion, ain't no fatal attraction. I want you, baby, let me be your man.
They call nothing extra more plenty. All of the girls in the world them want it. Nothing extra more plenty. All of the girls in the world them want it.
The mix. The mix. The mix. The mix. The mix. The mix.
Have you ever experienced the sudden abdominal pain and wondered if it might be gallstones? Well, gallstones are very common, and according to the National Institute of Health's website, about a quarter of the nearly 1 million people diagnosed with gallstones each year will need to be treated, usually with surgery. We invited Dr. O.D. Thomas, consultant general surgeon, to shed some light on this health issue. We want to say welcome to the E-Zone.
Thank you.
Yes,
It's really a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Once you walked in, and I realized that I know the man. We went to UE
right,
together.
right, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and big up to Mark Ramanan. You went to Glenmore
Glenmore.
High School with his son, DeMark, as well. So yeah, family.
Yeah,
You understand? Just relax and just, you know what I mean? Be comfortable and so.
Thank you.
Now, what services do you offer at Medical Associates Hospital and Select Health Medical Suites?
Okay, so I'm a general surgeon. So I deal with the abdomen. So most of the organs in the abdomen, except those that the obstetrician and gynecologist would deal with, or those that the urologist would deal with. So the GI tract, stomach, the small bowel, colon, large bowel, liver, gallbladder, spleen, all of those, plus others. So outside of the abdomen, we deal with the breast, right?
Oh.
Right, vessels, so vascular surgery.
Yes.
Trauma. Trauma is a big part of our domain. So if you meet an accident and
So
need
trauma
surgery
within this area, the torso
within the torso,
area.
right, and the limbs.
And the limbs. Oh, and the
Yes,
limbs.
except
too.
bones.
Except the bones.
Right.
Very interesting work you do.
And a number of other things. But those
very
are the main ones.
wide.
Very wide, yes.
Wow, man, that's a lot of studying. That's it. That's
It's
out of you in.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Anyways, Doc, can we talk about gallstones, right? What are gallstones exactly? In layman terms, so that I can understand.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Yeah, please.
All right, so we can't talk about gallstones without talking about the liver, right? So let's just paint a picture. I'm going to paint do a roadmap.
Okay.
So think of the liver as a factory.
Okay.
A factory, it produces a liquid, a green liquid we call bile.
Right.
What is this bile? This bile is for breaking down fats, right? So whenever you eat fatty food, fried chicken, KFC, whatever, the bile is used to break down this fat so you can absorb it.
Yes.
Right. But on the way to the bowel where the food is, it has some rest stops. But the main rest stop is the storeroom or the warehouse called the gallbladder. So the gallbladder basically stores the excess bile because the bile is produced constantly. So you will have excess. You will have a certain amount of bile being produced. So it is stored in the gallbladder. If it stores there too long, then it starts crystallizing and turning stones.
Oh.
So that's how you get gallstones.
Wow.
And if you have too much fat in the bile itself coming from the liver, that's a major risk factor for gallstones. So that's how you get gallstones. Gallstones are found in the gallbladder, and it's formed when you have too much fat in the bile, or if it stays in the gallbladder too long,
Right.
or if the gallbladder isn't contracting to let out the bile.
Let's
quickly.
backtrack just a little bit, right? What causes it to stay there for too long? Like
Okay, so a lot of things can cause it to stay there too long. So if you're fasting too long, meaning so it's basically it responds to fat in the bowel, in the GI tract.
Yeah.
So when it smells fat or when it detects that fat is there to be broken down, it expels this bile or it pushes out the bile so it can break it down. But if there's no fat or there's no food,
Right, okay,
if you're not eating, yeah, you're going to stay there, right? So people who will fast for too long, and hormones can allow it to stay there long. So estrogen, sometimes if you get excess estrogen from medication, etc., hormone replacement therapy, that can cause it to linger in the gallbladder for a while.
That's interesting that you say estrogen because well, based on my understanding, like for example, in a female, your body's your cycle, your female cycle, estrogen is usually when you're happier and everything's going great and your body's functioning well. So, is it then not being too happy or having an excess of that? Then is how does that affect?
Well, estrogen does two things. It also increases the fat in the bile, right, and also slows down the gallbladder. So that's why women are 4 times more likely to get gallstones than men.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's one of those.
How common though is gallstones? Because I've known a lot of people, well, women particularly actually, who've had this issue.
So it is pretty common. It's a very, very common condition when we look at adults in general. About 10 to 20% of adults will have gallstones. So 1 or 2 out of every 5 person will have gallstones. And of course, women will be majority of those persons.
Okay.
And by what age? Is there a common age by which, you know?
So usually the age that we usually quote is 40. Right, but I see a lot of patients in their 30s and even some in their 20s with gallstones. But by and large, the majority of patients will be over 40. And the risk increases as you age.
Wow. A lot of people are actually conflating gallstones and kidney stones, right? So can we just put that to rest right here, please? Thank you.
Okay, so it's a simple distinction.
Yeah.
The gallstones are found in the gallbladder,
yes.
which has to deal with digestion of food.
Yes.
As opposed to kidney stones, which is found in the urinary system. So primarily in the kidneys, or it can be dislodged and go down into the urinary bladder. So some persons mix it up because of the bladder issue. So you have bladder. Gallbladder is different from urinary bladder.
Oh, so the
You
gall's
understand?
got a bladder?
Right. So when we say bladder, it's usually urinary bladder that we're talking about. But the gallbladder is different from the urinary bladder.
Okay.
Urinary bladder is where urine is stored. Gallbladder is where bile is stored.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Boom. How do you know? How do you know you've got gallstones?
Okay. So a lot of persons will walk around with gallstones and not know and not have any symptoms. About 80% of persons with gallstones will not have any symptoms at all. So a lot of persons get referred with ultrasound saying that they have gallstones and they come to take out the gallbladder, but they never have any symptoms at all. We call that an incidental finding. But the persons who actually have symptoms, the main symptom is usually right upper abdominal pain. So right under the rib cage, the right rib cage,
You know,
basically.
sometimes I feel like something that stick me there.
Right. And it's usually how we distinguish it from other conditions is that the classic symptom is that they will say it's worse after eating fatty meal or greasy food. So it's worse after that. So there are other conditions that can cause pain in the upper abdomen, like ulcers, gastritis, etc. But those are usually worse after spicy meals or not eating food, right? If you say you have pain with not eating food, it's less likely to be gallstones, more like a gastritis or gastric problem.
What kind of pain is it a sticking pain or is it like more of a...
So we call it a colicky pain, which is usually on and off, you know. So
but is it like sharp or is it more like...
a dull, achy pain.
Like a dull
achy pain, right?
Okay.
Not so sticky. Or...
Just to guess how I feel, friend.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Now, can we talk about the risk of not removing these gallstones? Because it is pretty expensive, yes? Here in Jamaica. It can be to remove.
More or less.
Yes.
Not really, but yes.
I mean, Doc and nobody have money in that. Yeah,
Like how much so?
we don't really have it, you know. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to quote prices.
Okay. Okay, so it
Wouldn't
can be
want to
pretty
quote prices.
expensive for some people. So if it is that they think to themselves, hey, I can just keep these in and just not remove them, how risky is that?
Okay, on the matter of treatment, not everybody with gallstones need treatment or need surgery, right? If you have gallstones and you're not having any symptoms, it's an incidental finding, you just buck up on it, then that means you don't necessarily need surgery.
And you can
But
live
if
a
you're-
healthy, normal
you
life.
can live a healthy, normal life. But if you're having symptoms, whether it be pain or jaundice as a complication of the stones, then you would require surgery. Right, so the treatment of choice is surgery. Right, the mainstay of treatment is surgery, which is basically removing the gallbladder with the stones.
The entire bladder?
The entire gallbladder. So it's a small organ, yes.
So you don't need it?
No. So you can live without the gallbladder. Remember, I said it was like a warehouse or a storeroom. So it
Yeah.
leaves from the liver and just goes straight to where it needs to go, which is where the food is. So it won't do that rest stop or
Yeah.
won't be stored anywhere. It just goes to where the fat is and breaks it down.
And there aren't any complications? Do you know anyone who doesn't have a gallbladder?
All the patients. I mean, including the one I did this morning.
Wow, look at you.
Nice.
So, but I suppose what I'm asking is, are there any complications
complications.
after removing your gallbladder?
No. I mean, there are complications that may be associated with the surgery. The risks are small in terms of injury to the liver and other surrounding structures. But if the surgery goes well, which is usually the case, usually patients live normal, healthy lives after. And you're able to digest fat, which is usually a common myth, that you can't digest fat after
you
doing
remove your
surgery.
After the surgery, right?
Interesting.
You made mention of spicy foods earlier, but what are some of the foods that persons with gallstones should avoid, if any?
Right. So, one, you need to maintain a balanced diet, right, and eat on time. But in terms of the type of food you should avoid, primarily greasy food, fatty food, right, definitely. That will cause the gallbladder to try to contract. And this contraction will cause pain, right? It will basically trying to push out the stone, and that will cause pain.
Wow.
Right,
So
so
basically, all the foods they cook in Jamaica.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man, pretty much.
Yeah.
My gosh.
But as I said, if you take too long to eat, then it will stay there for longer, and then you're at risk of forming more stones.
I'd like to talk about that for a bit. The fasting, right? Because there are some people who say, fasting isn't good for you. Intermittent fasting, that is. I used to intermittently fast for a very long period of my life. What is your take on it? Because you said don't fast for too long. What's too long for you? Because you have like the 8-16 rule, and then you have like I think the 18 something else. You can't do
Right. So there's no hard and fast time in terms of how long to fast, but certainly don't make it a habit. Right, so if you can do it intermittently, but yeah, when we speak about long fasting, mainly like persons who have anorexia, for example, who would just make it a habit of not eating just because they want to lose weight. So that's more problematic rather than a healthy person who for whatever reason they decide to fast for a short period, so that won't cause an increased risk. But if your lifestyle overall is just surrounded by fasting, that is where the risk increases.
Okay. Does water make a difference? Like if you drink plenty of water, does that help to flush your gallstones, or is that a myth?
Water is always good to drink, by the way. I only drink water. But no, it's not one of those things that can help to flush the gallstones or decrease the risk of gallstones, right? So I know persons will say water or milk or apple cider vinegar, I hear that one a lot, or olive oil.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things that some of the patients will say.
What, drink the olive oil?
Yeah, they drink the olive oil, man.
Consecrated olive oil?
Yes.
You ever drink olive oil before? No?
And
So olive oil just, sir?
Yeah.
No, sir.
I've had it before. Yeah.
Yes, so these are some of the things that patients will drink
Yes.
to try to flush the gallstones, but unfortunately,
say not
that's
go nowhere.
And it probably will go somewhere that is problematic. That's the thing.
But speaking of flushing things, right? Your kidney stones can be passed
Yes.
to the
So
thing.
right, so that's one of the distinctions.
Yes.
Kidney stones, we usually encourage patients to drink a lot of water. Of course, more water equal more urine, and the urine will flush. But
Right.
the difference is that with the gallstones, those stones, if they get out of the gallbladder, they may block somewhere down the road.
Oh.
Right? They may block somewhere down the road, and that is maybe very problematic.
Yeah.
That's where patients will come in with jaundice, fever, and be very, very ill. Right.
Wow.
So jaundice is a complication of gallstones. If you don't remove it, you were asking me some of the
Right.
problems of not removing
Yes.
gallstones.
Jaundice.
Jaundice.
Can
if
you
you block,
explain more about jaundice?
So the bile that comes from the liver
Yeah.
on its way to the food, it goes down a road, right? Along that road, the road may be blocked. If the road is blocked and the bile can't reach to where it needs to go to break down the food,
Yes.
that's where the bile builds up and you get jaundice.
But what exactly is the jaundice?
The jaundice is just yellow pigmentation of
your
well,
skin.
usually
The pupil?
manifests as
Eyes,
yellowing
The
of the
eyes,
eyes.
the eyes.
Of the
Right,
eyes.
in layman term. Usually, yes. That's one of the main symptoms, right? So yellowing of the eyes. You may get itching. The stool may be pale or
Pale stool.
pale stool,
It's crazy.
and the urine dark. So that's the
See,
result
urine
of the
get dark and you still get.
You're right.
No man.
So those are the symptoms of obstructive jaundice.
And when you see something like that, how soon do you need to get to your doctor?
Immediately.
Post-haste.
Immediately, because if you don't relieve that obstruction, then the infection that may follow can be life-threatening.
detrimental.
Yes.
How can we prevent getting gallstones if we can, right?
Okay, so I can't remember if I mentioned the risk factors. So the risk factors, of course, female being higher risk.
Yes.
Females, especially those greater than 40, right? Elevated BMI or the fatter patients are usually at risk. Fasting. So you prevent by exercising, having a balanced diet, decrease fat intake, and also avoiding long fasting, right?
Get up on the beat, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is another risk factor is genetic. A lot of persons will ask, is it hereditary?
Right.
So studies have shown that, between like twins, they usually have some correlation in terms of getting gallstones. And we've seen it in family groups, but we can't pinpoint a particular gene or mutation that causes it.
That would be passed on.
But one condition that is common in Jamaica is sickle cell.
Yeah.
And sicklers are usually at higher risk of getting these stones.
I see.
Wow.
Well, definitely have to know your status. Know what's going on.
Yep.
Patients can come in and check, right? When you go to the doctor, you do like a regular checkup. Do they check for all of these things?
Well, we wouldn't check for gallstones if you don't have symptoms.
Oh, okay.
Because if we find stones and you don't have symptoms, we wouldn't do anything.
Got it.
So certainly if you're having upper abdominal pain, and you can have atypical symptoms outside of the regular upper abdominal pain. Right upper abdominal pain. You can have pain in the center of the abdomen, vomiting, right? So those symptoms are usually atypical, and it can mean that the gallbladder is very, very inflamed, right? So if you find that you're having upper abdominal pain, whether it be central or right side, and you're having vomiting, you definitely have to go and get it checked out. And definitely gallstone needs to be one of the considerations.
All right. Well, there you hear it, people, from Dr. O.D. Thomas, Consultant General Surgeon. Before we let you go, our topic for today, we want to ask you your take on it.
Right.
So we were asking our listeners and viewers, what is their go-to remedy when they feel pain? And for you as a doctor, you probably have, like a fancy pill and so, but is there any, remedy, like home remedy, perhaps, that you use when you are not feeling so great?
Oh. It's a hard one.
So you don't feel pain, sir. It's okay. But even so, if you don't have any like home remedies, but like perhaps
I usually do. Well, it's usually muscular pain. So
you work out. You look like you work out.
Yeah, I do. So I usually have some physiotherapy routines that I would do.
Like what?
Yeah.
We've got enough time to clean up from the gym. I'm gonna know what to do. Son, so please share one.
So I mean, if you're having back pain, so
Yes.
sometimes I squat and you may have some back pain.
Yes.
There's some stretches that you can do,
Mhm.
lie flat on a flat surface, and elevate your torso. So
okay.
push off the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. Among other exercises. So usually it's muscular pain that I have. and
Yeah, can I get
usually
headache
it's
and something?
exercise.
I'm gonna tell you, say don't get sick when it be. Yeah, son. The only thing sick him
sick
is
as
the
go.
gym.
Yeah,
Yeah, son.
son.
That is just it. As a doc.
All right, Doc. Tell us where people can find you. If you've got socials as well, you can share them if you'd like.
Okay, so I'm on IG.
Mm-hmm.
My handle is Dr. Odie Thomas, and also on YouTube. Well, just launched. That's Surgery in 3D.
Surgery in 3D.
Yes.
What do you do on your channel?
Are you showing us surgeries in 3D? There? No?
So
Yes.
I mainly focus on general surgical conditions, and I try to make it relatable.
Okay.
So I use everyday
Like
thing that we
rats?
use.
Rats?
I'm just like, never mind. Sorry,
Everyday
I'm sorry.
things
I'm sorry.
like rats,
go ahead.
Honeybee?
No! I thought he meant that he dissects rats.
Oh,
God.
okay.
Go ahead,
Okay,
sir.
yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah, man, I use everyday relatable places and things that we use in order to relate to these conditions.
Okay. And that's,
So I
that's
don't go
very
into the details of the surgery per se, but definitely in terms of risk factors, things that people can use to, know if they have a condition and how to decrease the risk.
All right. What's the name of the channel again?
Surgery in 3D.
Surgery in 3D. Guys, go on over there and check that out. And where can they find you if they need to come to you for treatment?
So my offices are at Medical Associates and Select Health Medical,
Where
which
is
is in Portmore.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
So Medical
sure.
Associates
Portmore for
in
sure.
Kingston and
Yes.
Select Health Medical in Portmore.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming through. All the
Thank you.
best. It's good
Really
to
was a
see
pleasure.
you. Yeah.
No problem, Doc.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Together like money in a hand. Intimate woman, need intimate man. Come in red rose, sing pan diversion.
For you, I'll climb a prickle tree naked, just to prove to you that my love is true.
Where's the do, man?
I'll run race with life itself.
Hear the sky red.
My love. Let's get intimate. Come on, sugar darling, let's get intimate. Hey, hey, hey.
The very first time that I saw your brown eyes,
Tune
your
in.
lips said hello,
Join the
and I said
revolution
I.
on Nation.
I knew right there you were the one, but I was caught up in physical attraction. But to my satisfaction, baby, you were more than just a friend. And if I
Ever fall
in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. If I
ever fall
in love so true, I will be sure that the lady just like you. Oh, my, 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 my. Oh, my, 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 my. If I say that I could be your one and only, promise you will never leave me lonely. I just wanna be the one you need. I just wanna be the one to serve you. Sometimes I feel I don't deserve you. Cherish every moment that we share. And if I
ever fall
in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. If I
ever fall
in love so true, I will be sure that the
I kick me feeling it, how me a reach Popeyes. Good food I keep, Popeyes. Good food I keep. The time is
4:31 p.m.
Who shops at Creative Building Finishes? You, the homeowner who creates luxurious spaces with our floor and wall tiles. The contractor and builder who are convinced that our ceramic tiles are right for the job. The architect and designer who make dreams come true with our wood look and porcelain tiles. Superior customer service, knowledgeable staff, inviting showroom, and you get where this is going, right? Shop 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get Creative Building Finishes.
News on the go. The latest stories from Jamaica and around the world are literally a finger tap away. Keep up to date with Teen Revolution 24 hours a day online via nationwideradiojm.com. Listen live, read the latest stories, hear every soundbite. Be a part of the vibrant online debate via Facebook and Twitter. Now you can get all your favorite premium nationwide content at your convenience. Visit the Android Play Store and download it for free today. NationwideRadioJM.com. All day, every day. Team Revolution. Public opinion.
Stop this foolish about this GLP and PMP business. We are a Jamaican.
Different people.
It's not a matter of a JLP or a PMP. I think it's more like where it is that you think you're comfortable, what support you can afford to make the country better.
Different views.
Most entertainers, they're not amenable to management, so the only thing that can ultimately structure them is the court and the prison.
Public opinion. The voice of the people at 6:25 p.m. weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Tune into Nationwide at 6:25 p.m. for Public Opinion, where the people's views matter.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me, let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
My. Oh, my. If I say that I could be your one and only, promise you will never leave me lonely. I just wanna be the one you need.
I just wanna be the one to serve you. Sometimes I feel I don't deserve you. Cherish every moment that we share. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. If I ever fall in love so true, I will be sure that the lady just like you. Oh, my, 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 my. Oh, my, 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 my. If I say that I could be your one and only, promise you will never leave me lonely. I just wanna be the one you need. I just wanna be the one to serve you. Sometimes I feel I don't deserve you. Cherish every moment that we share. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. And if I ever fall in love so true, I will be sure that the lady is just like you.
Woman, you're living too dangerous, too dangerous, too dangerous. Woman, I live dangerous. Sure.
Oh, woman, I heard a little rumor last night.
Little rumor last night, rumor last night.
Somebody told me you ain't doing me right.
She wasn't doing me right, she wasn't doing me right.
While I've been turning my back, you've been not playing the field.
She just playing the field, playing the field.
Can you look me in the eyes and say to me it's not
Girl,
real?
that could not be real, couldn't
That's
be
all I
real.
wanted to know.
Just wanna know, girl.
That look it's giving you away.
Give it away, no.
And I never believe in a single word.
I never believe in that.
You're living dangerously.
Woman, you're living too dangerous for me.
You're living dangerously.
Is it me, you're rent and leaving?
You're living dangerously.
Girl, you're living too dangerous for me. No mercy, hey. Girl, you're living too dangerous. Oh, better if you give it up. Girl, you never stop until you pass the maximum line. Well, do you do too much? I need a relationship and not a war. Imagine this woman in a man car. Tell me what the hell you gonna think of her. She a man a drink out of one glass in a bar. Make man a rub things from me cookie jar. Girl, open up your eyes, the man look far. As I look up to the moon and the pretty stars, thinking me out like I am in Mars.
Well, that's all I can say.
No mercy.
Can let you out of my sight.
Out of my sight.
And I wouldn't go bet in your life for one more night.
Not a second, girl.
You're living dangerously.
Well, you're living too dangerous for me.
You're living dangerously.
Well, if it is me, how are you? Hear this.
I know this little girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. If I ever tell you about Maxine, you older say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote.
Real.
Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote.
Action with him, a pretty face and bad character. Them the kind of living can hold chaka. Follow me. A pretty face and bad character. Them the kind of living can hold chaka. Say, girl, you pretty, your face it pretty, but your character dirty. Girl, you just a act too flirty. You run to Tom Dick and also hurry. And when you find your mistake, you talk about you sorry. Come now.
Have a cozy corner where she jokes and where she jam. She know about Luke, Jack and every money man. Make love with the coolie Chinese, white man and Indian. The wickedest kind of girl, them is a flyers go up and down. Know you heard about this girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. And if I ever tell you about Maxine, you older say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote.
Murder Richard, man.
Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote.
Hallucination.
Tell me I'm only dreaming that there's some other me. I hope and pray, cause I don't wanna live that way. Again. Thinking about tomorrow, yesterday's joys and sorrow, trying to hide all the pain that I felt inside. I thought I saw you coming my way. Reached out to touch you, then you fade away. My heart is
and the DJ run gone left out. Ambulance, are you a brigade? Every time me hear the wah wah, me start get free. Girl wah 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 everything. Them want gold chain and them want diamond ring. Woman wah 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 want jerk chicken. And when she done that, she want go Burger King. Woman wah 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 something for drink. Every minute of the day I just eat and drinking. Woman wah 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 please I fi go foreign. You want the whole of Bronx, Manhattan and Brooklyn. If I follow this a girl I woulda die spending. You must see ambulance. I read your car but every time she go in the DJ run go left.
I gotta take you one and feel so that we can go so. Experiment again I lifestyle. It's like your crush back a match, girl show a flop. But you want take away your man, I coulda want that. No flash, made to get dumped like trash. Are you a wear the ring, are you a get all the cash? So car crash back a match, she get whoop. But you want come in, are you wish better dress back. Go all a corner and watch car. You a run things to the max, I will take her.
Oh man, don't worry, you a one pon the chart. Sexy carry a the beat of me heart. Psychedelic and a choke like a dart. Certain gal them a reload far. Little love and them want break your heart. Give them your money and them rip and run off. Them and them friend all a muggle and laugh. Accident them a choke and come. Them a watch you. Chew your body ready them a catch you. Oh you a goody goody now. Catch you. Girl you a one. Make them know say you look good from your band. They don't like you. Chewy things are going them a fight you. All they want down a backbite you. No fear them no mind. You for them now.
Me need a want them body late night bleaching. Need a tell them body enough man keeping. No play the face for me preaching. Now look how far it reaching. Young get old before them young. And the first me ever see woman done. Old before them young. Too much she run up and down. From she reach then she said for her name a call. Sweet 16 and she no want nothing small. So she run with Peter so she welcome fall. 17 years and she a boom like a ball. Oh she looks so old and must the Spanish town wall. Last night me see her and her granny me they call. It's written on her body welcome one and all. She old before she young so when you see her you feel bad. Old before them young. You play on daily. Girl and a car belly and a sprinkle powder. Tell a girl get this shit. Watch ya. Me cry walking news, you know you're the plan. Woman out the road, them all a raffle for your man. Walking news over the place. Girl, I look your man chop. This wicked and leeches is better than squatters. All who are rough land, them face over flitters. Talk about them at and don't have a good slippers. Busy every day, I seek out people matters. Now things change and time I get rushed. All for your property, them want trespass. We sleep at night and them and people have a clash. I cost about over more pan them a trust. Sing, walking news, you know you're the plan. Woman out the road,
nice and decent, sex, walking news, girls. Not that excitement, so I make a big statement. Tell that. Me a free paper bun. So get wild when you see Yara come. Can't she your man trick by Yara biscuit. Then use her for one night of fun. So tell them, me a body it done. But you know say you fresh and young. Me a nah get a cent call or accident. Cause she hungry get lick and run. So girl when you know say your body look good in every way. Feed yourself right with 3 meals a day. You know say you can slap any mate, girl. Push up your hand and jump up and say hey, ho, hey, ho. Girl, you know they pan the go. And the one thing you know, say you not stop flap me at the show. You know sing hey, ho, hey.
Is this planet Earth? Wait, is this planet Earth?
Is this planet Earth? Now on a Thursday, if this is the first time that you're listening, our wind down feature is this planet Earth? And the first story on the list is a 41-year-old Argentinian, Jorge Basato, got the shock of his life after undergoing what he thought was a surgery on his gallbladder, only to later learn that the doctors had performed a vasectomy instead. The operation was scheduled for Tuesday, February 28, but due to circumstances out of his control, or his procedure was postponed to Wednesday. That is apparently the small detail that caused a viral malpractice scandal that has engulfed the whole country. On the day of the surgery, the hospital staff went into the patient's room, laid him on a stretcher, and without asking him a single thing or even checking his chart, they took him to the operating room. The doctors didn't bother checking his chart either, so they just performed the type of surgery they had scheduled for the day of vasectomy.
So them do them work.
Just like
They
that.
don't bother check
They don't
chart.
bother check nothing. Now, when Jorge woke up from his surgery, he had no idea what had happened. But then a doctor came in to check on him, and after looking at his chart, he gave him the shocking news. He had undergone a vasectomy instead of the scheduled gallbladder operation. The Argentinian man was speechless for a few moments, then he began to panic. But he didn't have much time for that, as he was soon scheduled for the surgery he was supposed to get in the first place. After the second surgery, Jorge Basato wanted to know how the error had occurred and what he could do to reverse the vasectomy. The doctors kept blaming each other for the blunder, and they kept telling him not to be overly dramatic about the situation, as he could still conceive children through artificial insemination if he wanted to. As for the vasectomy, because of his age and the size of the severed ducts, the chances of success were very slim, so there was no point in even trying.
What a otaran
Very, very otabada. Now, it is very strange because in my chart it says gallbladder everywhere. All they had to do was to read it. You didn't have to be a scientist to figure it out, he told the Argentinian news outlet. I don't want to point finger at anyone, but no one here is taking responsibility. They focus on saying, well, don't be so dramatic, because through insemination you can still have a child.
Don't be so dramatic.
Don't be so dramatic.
You get to tell this man how to respond.
Don't be so dramatic, they said.
That's wild.
Now, Jorge's lawyer, Diego Larrit, said that his client is devastated. Although he's the father of 2 boys, he's apparently in a new relationship, and he had plans to try for a child with his new partner in the future. They would have liked to conceive naturally, but now they only have the option of artificial insemination. The drama is currently ongoing, but it looks like Jorge is looking to sue the doctors and the hospital for negligence.
How are you that negligent?
Firstly, you are going to tell me say only because on Wednesdays, right, vasectomies. And by the way, people, in layman terms, if a woman said that she tie off, it's like the man's equivalent of saying him tie off. So him can't. You understand?
Yeah.
And based on how the ducks were severed,
Yes.
apparently, it doesn't
Snip,
even
snip,
make
snip.
sense that
Yeah.
they try to put it back together.
Him can't reverse it.
Yeah.
That's very...
So you just can't have no kids naturally right now.
That can be devastating to somebody.
And then he's going to say, oh, I don't want to point a finger. Me a point finger.
What if a man never have no youth at all?
Can you imagine?
And boy, it must be overly dramatic.
What do you cannot tell me how to react to something of this magnitude.
Right now, if a man gonna go burn down in hospital, I wanna feel no way.
No, that
Well, I mean, maybe that'll be a lot. But
You can't.
Yo, limit no man.
I'm just saying, it is.
Yeah.
I feel like the best thing for them to have done is just to allow him to express his anger in whatever way, and then say, "Sir, okay, these are what we can do for you,
Yes.
and we are so sorry."
Yes.
But them are going to say them want behave like say, "Sorry."
Yeah, like,
Just
oh,
deal
well,
with it.
like,
Nah.
you can just do, artificial insemination and you'll be fine. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, what time is it? Okay, moving on. Is this planet Earth? I
Nope.
don't know, baby. Let me check. Now, a Spanish-Dutch artist is set to marry an AI hologram
Excuse
this
me?
summer, with the groundbreaking union ushering in a weird new era of human-robot relationships. You know, so she's probably onto something. Alicia Framis will marry her holographic partner, AI Lex, who was trained from the profile information of her previous romantic partners, according to a press release from the Archie's publicity team. So he's properly trained. Like, he has everything she wants in a man.
So she's a builder, man.
She build that man,
Literally
guys.
build this man.
Now, the ceremony will feature a unique ritual for the union between a human and an avatar. See, we are talking about avatar today. No? My girl got one bent energy, and she bent AI. She created her man. Anyway, so the ceremony will feature a unique ritual for the union between a human and an avatar, and guests will be served, molecular food that can be enjoyed by both humans and humanoid entities, it said. No, sir.
Wait, what?
All right, hold on, pause.
Excuse me?
I know about molecular gastronomy, but for what? We enjoyed by both, artificial...
Oh, okay, so we're gonna play the video. There's a video. You're watching on YouTube? There's a video. Here we go.
Watch out.
I put some sweet potato.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Oh my god.
The relationship didn't end over.
This is
Aubergine. Yeah, so it's a bit dangerous. Not for you, but for humans.
Watcha.
Yeah, I'll take him out anyway.
So, if you're listening,
What we go to do you want to age? To become older? Or you want to stay always the same?
I think for you will be nicer when I age.
makes sense. They should grow
Because
old
it's
together.
nice to age together.
Wow.
That is scary. That's
Wow.
creepy.
Like
That
if
is
he needed to be, I think, a little bit more solid. They needed more pixels.
Look like a dopey.
Or whatever they call it.
It's
Yeah.
a dopey shit I eat with
Why
right
him look
now.
so blue?
Right, there's something says an episode of Ghostbusters.
If she want married on dopey, she just go down and St. Thomas. Let me know.
Is he sitting on the chair?
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, I said, like, me not see him legs, me not see
He
him.
folded his legs.
I'm not
Like he's
oh,
folded. It's
his
folded.
legs
yeah.
are folded?
Yeah, folded his legs.
Like how hers is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animal like, eat, animal respond, and all of that.
Just like how Siri would respond to you if you asked Siri a question.
Yeah, because it's just like Siri. Jermaine was asking, how does he hear?
Oh.
Well, listen, it's artificial intelligence, so now he's listening and intercepting her messages. But obviously, that would have to be written in his code before, right?
Are we not scared about these things?
No, I'm
people?
scared. Me take you back when we did say
I've
earlier.
been saying that all the time, like seeing things like these, it really like scares me, to be honest with you.
So, Framis, who is the woman, guys, said the wedding represents a new generation of love. You're right. Where humans will be in relationships with holograms, avatars, and robots. In this clip, as we just played, they're eating dinner together. That is insane. I don't know, guys.
Fly the so remember it's artificially intelligent. Flick a switch and it dons.
Oh, Fly,
Don't
you're
take
not
a
easy.
back,
You
back
know,
a
you're
class
not
boy.
easy.
I don't like that
I
for
mean, I
us.
don't love it at me take it
I
back.
don't like it either, man. It's scary.
Do they have coitus?
I would think so because then.
How does that work?
Oh, you mean not work? Them obviously make him with the body parts that are needed for coitus. What do you mean? And then they do the thing.
How?
What thing? How?
The penetration thing.
How?
Listen to Oscar.
Oh, you say you know how it works.
Somebody get,
Clearly you know how it
somebody
works.
get the Spanish Dutch artist on the phone.
I would love to interview her. I'm not gonna tell her a lie.
For boy things after that.
Can
Make it
you
spicy.
imagine?
Get her on Boy Things After Dark.
Right.
This should be your next topic on Boy Things
I
After
would
Dark.
love to have her on the show.
You have
No
to talk
jokes
about
about
these
it.
things.
It is a wild, wild world.
It
you
is
see.
a wild, wild world. Man, do we have time? We can squeeze in another story? Yes, we do. Okay. Another is this planet Earth. You want to take this one, Kareem?
Nope. Go ahead.
An AI robot developed by Saudi Arabia is causing a controversy after it inappropriately touched a female reporter. Jeez, me I tell about them AI and A. Now, social media users accused the robot of harassing the woman and coded it as a pervert. The country's first humanoid AI robot was part of a national project to demonstrate Saudi Arabia's achievements in the field of artificial intelligence. The incident was filmed on March 4 when it made its first public appearance at the Deep Fest in Saudi Arabia's capital city. So he inappropriately touched the reporter. We have the video here of the touch. Okay, there. Oh. Hey, me not laugh. Guys, if you're watching at home, obviously you can't see. So his hand just sort of, I don't even think, does that even make sense? That's not, did he even touch her?
Yes, he did.
He went for the touch. Yeah.
And
so
she moved and then he
he
stopped.
moved. Yeah.
But I don't think that's what he was thinking.
So why never touch the man?
I just think
Him have two hands. So I've never used the next hand touch the man.
who fit tell us him not touch him man around there, so?
Him not touch the man because I'm still the hand round
We
here.
don't know why
No,
why
we
Anna
can't see the
Solan.
man. We can't see the next hand still.
Them freaky. Men I like this.
I don't know. So there's a female robot
Oh, she
beside
kind of
her,
moved
right?
out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But maybe that's just a part of his code to just trying to move his hands like this to look more
Natural? No.
He literally glanced at her. If you're looking,
He might look panar.
moved his head. See?
He doesn't even look like he's looking at her.
Guys,
hold on.
hold on. He moved his head, his eyes. When she moved,
Yes.
he moved back his face and the eyes towards the gentleman. So his eyes were now staring at her while he was attempting to touch her. And then, after she moved, he then moved his eyes towards the man. That is very weird to me.
It is weird.
I mean, I believe in them robot something a long time. I'm telling you, I don't like them things here.
Yeah.
You understand?
I
But next year, I'll be things I gotta go on. Wait. Okay.
This is The empath says he did a smirk too.
Of course he did a smirk.
So
Of
not
course
easy.
he did. If you guys are paying attention, yes, he did.
You're Carleen Smith. Who will be charged, the robot or the developer?
That's a good question.
Because, I mean, guys, remember, these things have to be written in their code unless they've grown independent and now they've developed consciousness. Now, that's the next level, okay? Because if they've developed consciousness, it's over for us.
I don't like this, man.
I don't know, man. So 2 AI stories back to back. The first one was a ghost. The second one was just
kinky
creepy.
AIs.
First one is a hologram.
kinky.
A hologram. My gosh.
So that's the person, the lady with the hologram husband should marry. Like
If she
one
did
of
married,
those.
but not that.
Then would I understand the how it works, how it call it.
Maybe-
Oh yeah, married spirit.
Maybe he's too solid for her. Maybe she wants somebody
Soft.
that's more spiritual.
Transparent.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she likes transparency.
She wants transparency.
She wants transparency in the relationship.
Literally.
You understand?
She took that too literal.
Yeah, she want to see through her partner.
I don't like that.
You understand?
I know.
These men, you can't read them. She want to be able to look at her partner and see his thoughts.
Right
Why you're even mine, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like, yo, you know what? God.
Oh my gosh, guys. Well, thank y'all so much. That is this Planet Earth for
Yeah,
today?
for today. I love
my
that.
gosh.
And it's also our show for today. Well, special thank you to our DJ Donovan.
I mean, can you really? I mean,
Because, I mean,
what
come on.
for?
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, Jermaine, our technical operator / DJ today as well. Natalie Nita, our lovely producer.
And to you, wherever you are, our e-zoners, whether you listen at home or on the road.
Watch the YouTube or join the conversation on X.
Thank you for sharing space, time, and energy with us.
We appreciate you.
Before we go, here is today's takeaway.
Respect, love, and value yourself. Always remember to be good to yourself. Make yourself a priority and know that it's okay. Don't feel guilty for loving on you first. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Actual factual.
Yes.
Now, up next is the best produced news in the nation. Nation 105.